Hello YouTube, this is Eternal Frost here for another episode of Let's Play Original Divinity Original Sin 2 Solo Edition. So we left our heroes, or rather hero, with two friends, just entering Fort Joy for the first time right off the beach. Encountered an elf who was being, I can say waylaid, but being, what do you call it, bullied for some money, for some dough. So killed the bullies and rescued the elf. I would say that's pretty successful. Looks like our cat's still relatively healthy too, so that's a bonus. So we're going to actually skip all and go straight for our final party member before we do anything else. Most of that reasoning is because the experience, like the more levels you get, because the NPCs you have here, like Losa and Ifan, for example, they're all, well, he's level 1, which is kind of weird, but when you recruit them, they become the same level you are, and that means there are more points that are not under your control. So the sooner you get your allies, the sooner you can get control over their character points, which, since we won't be able to change those allocations until a little bit later in the game, it can, it can be a little bit of a benefit to us. It's not world-ending. It's not like, if you didn't do it, don't restart or something. It's not crazy like that. But, like, just makes things a little bit more easy for me to remember because I've got a bunch of playthroughs. So, just streamlines things a little bit. So rooting around in all this trash here, as one does in an RPG. I'm going to need a mortar and pestle pretty quick. So we're going straight for, not Thane, straight for the beast. Ignore all, get the beast, and then we'll return back to the front and kind of get a figure for the actual here. Looting chests, of course, on the way. That dog hides a key here. Oh, Annie. Sorry, dog. Took your key. Oh, beast, where could you be? It's gonna be by a boat somewhere. While I'm at it, I'm gonna talk to this guy. Maul.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale.
What do you want to know?
Start from the beginning. Start from where you come.
I came from a place not so far from here.
I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find.
I seek to see a debt repaid.
I understand. Now tell me how your story ends.
I hope to find something I've lost.
Ah, you want reunion. Life is lonesome. Yes, life is lonesome. The thing you love is gone. I have something for you, my friend. A gift. We can see the things we lose, not with our eyes, but with our hearts. This ruby does the trick.
I think if you answer that same way every time,
It is
you
nothing.
get a ruby.
Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
Oh, he's also a geomancer apparently. Did not know that. And he's got soap. This is normal. And he has not enough gold for all my junk. I'll take it. I don't know if there's a better thing you can get from him. There probably is. Ruby seems to be pretty easy. Easy to remember, at least. Beast should be relatively close. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's over there. Gather some stuff while I'm here. Oops. Tried to pick up the cooking station.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach, she turns to you with a cheerful smile.
Haven't seen you around here before. New?
Feels like I've been here for years.
That'll happen here. Hope you're holding up all right in any case. You here alone?
I've been lucky enough to make some close ties.
She gives you a long look.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better.
Why is she here alone?
Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop 'em from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for 'em to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
Tell me more. What
Her
were your
eyes
boys like?
sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan, he was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Could fix a broken bone in a short minute.
Take a seat in the sand and I'll listen.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home for a pet. Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
I'm gonna use it to kill an undead later. That's another crafting thing. Going to combine this with a knife. I have a knife somewhere, right? Oh, there it is. Make some logs. Maybe some better weapons. So, as you level up, like I'm level 2 right now, if I were to craft a weapon, it would also be level 2. If I hit level 3, that weapon would be level 3. So these branches, which are worth nothing right now, here, right? I can craft those into, if you recall, a sharp stone and a long stick. Bam, 40 gold. So that's part of the power of crafting. If I really wanted money, I'd craft this into a staff using all these shells. And actually, depending on what she's got, she's got a level 2 staff. Actually, we're going to do that right now. I'm going to craft a staff and see if it's any better than the one she's got. I don't remember if I did that last episode, so why not? Yeah, I got so many shells. 79 water, so yeah, that's what she's already got. 79 air. But yeah, so I just turned that 0 gold plus, like, I don't know, maybe 10 gold of... Oh, 7 gold worth of shells. So 7 gold worth of product into 54 gold here. That's a little bit heavier. It's quite a bit heavier. But, again, it's easy money, so I don't know why someone wouldn't use it. Oh, you know, I should give these scrolls over to Losa because she's going to be the one to actually be using these. Send to Losa, send to Losa. So she'll be my magic user, so anything elemental will go to her. He'll be my summoner, as we've stated before, so grenades and such go to him. Things that create surfaces. And I think I'm going to pass on a couple of these resurrection scrolls to the team here. One to Losa, one to Fane. You should usually spread those out because depending on how things work, right? I can't even bother with one physical armor. Depending on how things work, you might find that the only guy who's got resurrection scrolls is dead, and that's no good. Because then you can't res anyone. If there's anything here. I don't think there is.
All that digging for nothing.
There it is. Let's grab Beast real quick.
Come on, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
I like this guy.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship. His whole body strains with the effort of wrenching the plank free, to no avail.
Hail, I recognize you. Glad to see you made it away.
Eh? Oh, that. Won't be my first or last roll on a lost boat. Reckon I might have had a harder time of it without your help, though. Bravery on the high seas is rewarded tenfold in the hall, you know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business to attend to.
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and rubs them together
Love how
before
dwarves
placing them both back on the
in
plank
every
and
fantasy game
pulling.
have the same accent.
Bleeding nail must be...
You need a hand?
Go on then, give it a go.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose, and the plank promptly crumbles to pieces in your hand.
Oh, look at that. Nice of you to finish the job after I... loosened her up.
He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc, glinting in the sun, and lands squarely in your hand.
For your trouble.
Thanks.
I suppose it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap, but I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
Plan B?
He gives you a wry look.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment.
Well, if you're getting out, I want in.
Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place, and I'll do the same for you.
I'll reach out and shake his hand. I'd be glad to have him as an ally.
That's this.
He lifts an invisible cap and bows with the grace of a courtier.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... well, the name's dead and buried. What matters is what they call me. Beast.
I've heard of a dwarf called Beast before. Among the rank and file, he's known as Hawk of the High Seas.
Well, there's a new one. Hawk of the High Seas, eh? I like it.
How did he earn that name?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Aw.
Anyhow, we're a team now, so the me is not half as important as the us. Let's get
Take
down
it.
to brass tacks. Fighting, I mean. I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin, and I've picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle mage, if you like. But there's not so important as team dynamics. So what'll it be?
So I'm going to mold him a little bit after my main character here and have him do sword and boarding traditionally. He'll probably get some Geomancer, maybe some Necro down the line. We'll see how it works out. So, yeah, let's ask for a little muscle.
in an inch than most have got in a mile. What do you have in mind in particular?
Fighter.
Then it's settled. Capital. Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Oh, Beast. He's one of my favorite characters. I like him. He's fun times. I'm not going to bother reading his letter. Oh, hey, I do want to give this, though, to Fane. Again, anything that creates surfaces will go to Fane. So... does she have anything? No. Well, she can cast spells, so that's all their different kind of surface. Yeah, we're all going to need some armor. There were those pants. I guess I could give those to him. What's he got? 5 to 6 on a sword, level 2. Level 2 gear. Let's see, where were those pants? How many of these people need pants? I'll send a Beast. Send a Loza. There you go. He'll be needing the armor because he'll be up front. Now, Fane probably needs it least because he'll be surrounded by allies, as it were, with all his summons. So he'll be probably fine. So you'll see that we'll come across a bit of an issue with Fane as this goes on because Fane is undead. So there are certain spells that do group heals, for example, that will seriously hurt him simply because he's not human. So that's the problem with having an undead on your team. But you know, I'll make him deal with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to return back to where we started and kind of establish a little search pattern here. I've found that at least for Fort Joy, and you see that we're really only a piece of this map, right? But for Fort Joy, it's kind of best to kind of go clockwise in fashion, and we've already kind of done that. I just wanted to skip some stuff to get to Beast first before we start earning experience like I said before, en masse. So, just coming back here, talk to this guy. I don't remember seeing him around.
Bow your head, please. If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend.
I hope he's right.
So do I. By the divine, so do I. If Bishop Alexander doesn't rise, I don't know who will protect us from this darkness. Some blame the Voidwoken for Alexander's failure to ascend. If all we sorcerers can be cured, then the bishop shall be free to rise. So chant the endless prayer.
Okay. So, this game ends sections is very dialogue heavy, if you haven't noticed. So, I'm going to try to stick to it as best I can, doing, letting everyone talk their piece, kind of just to keep the immersion, and also to give you time to read. I'll also read my responses too, as I've been doing, again, just to keep immersion, and let you guys know what I'm exactly selecting, because otherwise it seems like it's hard for you guys to follow. Looks like this person here is surrounded by smithing equipment, so that's probably what she does.
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel a bony hand on your arm. Thane leans in and whispers in your ear.
If it would be acceptable, I have an inquiry for this human. It is of a personal nature. And if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather...
Go right on ahead. What's the worst that can happen?
Thane approaches the blacksmith and quietly speaks to her. You can't overhear much, but he seems to be gesturing towards her head an awful lot. Thane's words are quiet, but you hear the blacksmith repeat, "Face ripper," in shock. She slowly starts to back away.
This is normal.
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get too, freak!
Thane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't go as he'd expected. He is lost in thought, though. She must have said something he found interesting.
I like Thane. He's hilarious. It's like, it's just like a fish out of water, you know?
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak too? Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can find any method in it.
So, this mask you're looking for, what is it exactly?
The Mask of the Shapeshifter? In my time, it was nothing more than a novelty. A toy, really. I crafted one for my child once. She spent the day trying to convince me that she was her mother, even though the face I used looked nothing like her. Of course, now that toy could be the difference between life and... well, it makes a difference. With that mask, I can shapeshift and walk through this world looking like any other
Probably gonna make him
simple
look like an
mortal.
elf.
I could look like a lizard, a dwarf,
So he can eat
a
body
human.
parts.
Any creature whose face I can procure. It certainly makes traveling through towns easier.
Toy or not, it could be a powerful weapon.
Trust you bloody-minded beasts to turn a child's trinket into a wicked purpose. People like you are the reason it must be recovered. I am using the mask to keep myself safe from the violence of this world. Who knows what evil it could do in the hands of some mortal witch.
That's not what I meant, but how does he craft it?
Oh, it's quite simple. One just acquires a face, a source orb, and combines the two to make a face mask. Combining several of these single face masks along with a source orb will produce a mask of the shapeshifter. Frankly, I'm amazed everyone isn't doing it.
Maybe there aren't many spare faces lying around.
Of course there are. How many hundreds of thousands of you people have died over the years? Almost all of them seem to have been disposed of while still wearing perfectly serviceable faces. It's a terrific waste. Still, without the proper tool to remove the face from a corpse, I cannot take advantage of the many cadavers you're providing. So if you happen across anything that seems capable of ripping a face off a body, please do let me know.
I'll take my leave. He's fun times. I'm going to talk to her
Amidst a
now.
crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
What's she making?
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something?
How'd you get your hands on one of those? They look dangerous.
Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. We used to know each other back in the day, you know.
She looks a little like
and I.
Dallas. I think they use that face a lot.
Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the order, she started turning out all manner of oddities.
What does she remember
Oh,
of Dallas?
I don't know. She was a sweet soul, quiet, loved her family. Always seemed strong as I recall, but she didn't come across as no fearless military leader back then. She was just a girl. People do change, don't they?
Did she make these collars?
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions?
Well, do you know how the colors are
Magic
made?
and metal, like most of Dallas's designs. Metal keeps it locked. Magic makes it work. That's all I know. All manner of things.
Almost enough money. Let's see. She does have some skill books, so that's going to be useful. But I'm not broke enough for all of them. So let's see here. Got it. Farsight infusion. Sweet. We'll take it. If you look here, the cost changes depending on who's buying it. So if you're playing alone, it's worth it to make sure that the person that's buying it, looks like Beast is the one here, has the most bartering skills. So I'm going to have Beast buy it. Then I'm going to sell, of course, all my goods. Which you could see. Because Frost is carrying all of it, I'm actually going to only get what Frost has for bartering sale. So you should be giving it all to Beast to sell, but I'm going to call lazy on this one and just kind of do as I do. There it is, restoring some money. Not going to really buy anything else until until I get some cash flow going, of course. Send to Fane. Fane's going to go ahead and read this book. Something I didn't do is check to see... let's give this... Move some stuff over. So it's first buffing spell, so just leaving a gap in the toolbar for everything. I didn't check Beast's other attributes. So 12, 13. Oh, I could have kept the club for him. I completely forgot. Oh well. It gets easily replaced pretty quickly. Looks like he's got Geomancer already and Warfare too. So there you go. He's already got some Geomancer skills. Bartering, as we saw, he's actually got points into it. So I'm going to bump up his Lucky Charm. Lucky Charm is shared amongst the party and basically allows you to get better equipment whenever you open a chest or crate or something. So it just triggers, no matter who it is in your party, it triggers the highest level. So sometimes that's worth quite a bit. So I advise at least one person bumping that up as high as possible. So what were we doing? Oh, right. We got to manipulate his skill bar for a bit here. So it looks like he's got a couple skills here. Some defensive ones. So 2-2, 2-4. Buffs are going here. Petrifying Touch is an attack. That's 2-4, 2-4. It looks like this one is just his racial skill. That's a buff. That's an attack. Buff and buff. Let me go through the skill bars again. Let's see. 2, buff, buff, 4. I don't know if Playdead is considered a buff or what. What would you consider Playdead? I would consider it a buff. Oops. This would also be considered a buff, I think. Sorry for rearranging this. Try to keep it so the attacks are on one side, the buffs are on another side, and here he's got 7, so he's got an entirely other chain here. Lois is going to be a bit interesting because I'm probably going to end up splitting her skill bar amongst She's going to end up with a shit ton of skills, to be honest, because she's going to be playing all the elementalist roles, so that's going to be a bit frustrating to manage. You can talk to these magisters here. I'm not going to, because, well, I might talk to the dog just to see what he says.
Collar, on, sauce, gone, go!
Yep, that's what dogs say. Anyone have Necro right now? He does not have Necro yet. So summoning, air and water, and then the 2 warriors. Alright. So next thing we're going to do is we'll visit Griff over here. So there's this trapdoor here which leads to a pretty nasty battle. I'm going to dive down here really quick, get some experience for discovering the zone. There's also some they're about to be empty, some vases over here. I'm going to go ahead and loot really quick, and I'll return here later. This is an underground arena, and so it's one of the first real difficult battles. I'll return here last thing before I go back and try to escape, because I want to level up first and make the fight a good one, rather than trying to struggle through it in my current state. It would be horrible if I tried to fight right now. And I was rewarded with basically nothing in the vases. Vase. Good chunk of experience, though. Oh, before I talk to him, I forgot. Let's go ahead to that cave that, if you remember, we rescued a lady, an elven lady. She wanted us to meet her here in this cave, so let's go check out that cave, shall we? I see that there's a dog out here, so I'm going to go and pester this dog with Fane.
The old dog looks up at you, but doesn't lift his greying head from his paws.
Oh, what's the matter?
It's no use anyway.
You look a little thin.
The dog tentatively sniffs the offering, then grabs it between its teeth and swallows it.
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you.
Is Emmy the reason why you're so blue?
She was my mate for the last 7, carry the 2, plus 50. 5 years! The Magisters, they took her.
Tell him it's better, man. Scratch behind the capucha's ear. He's not alone for now, at least.
I love you. Hey! Oh, hey! Hey! I thought you might be Emmy.
I was muted. I didn't realize I was muted there. Sorry about that. So I was talking to this dog. Not sure how long I was muted. Where did you last see Emmy?
Far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled horrible, like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dogs, and also a little like dead people. He dragged her to the big castle just there. I'm so worried about her. I think I
Give
love
his
you.
belly a little rub. Well, we'll find Emmy. Also, my apologies. I'm not exactly sure what you guys missed there, because obviously I was talking the entire time, but no idea if for when you heard. We're basically going into the cave here to meet up with the elf girl. I'm not even sure when I muted that, so you have my apologies. Let's see. Let's make this into a cooking fire, because we'll probably need it. I've got some fish, I'm sure. Big cooking fire. I don't have fish. What did I give that dog? What do I do with this ham? Ham's good. No fish, though. Let's see here. Talk to this lady. I think she needs, like, beer or something.
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This
Yeah,
fella
there you
could
go.
use a little comfort.
I'm fresh out.
All the worse for old Dane. He crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Doomed to be sure, but I would have liked to ease his way out. Our healer's walk.
Can I just heal him instead of poisoning him?
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on
You're a
hand.
sad excuse for
have
healer
you?
if alcohol's
This
only
fella-
remedy.
Well, what a swollen swine you are. This
Nice.
fella won't accept the healing I've offered him, I'll have you know. Intent on calling the Reaper over with them whales of his. I figure I might as well give him a little piece if that's all right with you, missy. Poor
happened?
fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't
Oh,
to be
that's
sure,
what,
but I'd like to
she
ease his
said
way
before.
out.
So, that's why she doesn't want to be healed. Well, I always wondered about that. Before I go and grab that cave, we're going to go down this way. There are a couple things down here. One is, well, you'll see that. And there's also a secret entrance here that I already know about, so I'm going to go ahead and uncover it. I'm not going to actually take it, just going to uncover it. I don't even know why I do that sometimes. It's just... There it is! Okay, that's cool. Oh, I did forget. Party formation. So, let's go like that. So, nice 4-square type of formation. Oh, a shield. Nice. 913. I think he's already got 913. Yep. Oh well. That'll be good to sell, right? What you can't use. Grab some intestines.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
Take the yarrow plant from my pouch and offer it to him.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands.
Well, that's really annoying. So, go figure that I'd be crashing this much ever since I wanted to start doing a Let's Play with this in earnest. Solo, of course. I think I know what the issue is, though, so we'll see if that changes once on the next video recording.
The creature heaves through lips.
Essentially, if you remember, I'm giving this guy the yarrow plant. I'm going to tell him I'm glad he's found what he's looking for.
The creature
And he's going
begins
to
to
give me
weep.
his ring.
Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring, part of me, name of Migo. Thank you.
So, I think the issue I'm having here is that I'm actually putting myself offline on Steam because I get a lot of messages and things from Steam, and I don't want them to be... I don't want people to be messaging not knowing that I'm recording a video or otherwise, right? So, turns out that that's something I've been doing since the second recording. And I was reading very quickly on some forums that disabling firewall, which was never an issue before, or checking your internet connection would be causing that crash. And I'm pretty sure that it's probably because I'm offline on Steam. So next video, episode 4, I guess, I'll play and just try to ignore the Steam notifications, I guess, because I know they're inevitable, kind of. But try to ignore them, doing it so I don't have to get a crash. Because when the crash is like that, it takes a good hour to stitch together the videos, even though I'm not doing anything to them, and I lose some fidelity. I'm still able to upload them at 60 frames a second, etc., but the bit rates, I think for the audio, are a bit off. So I'm still trying to learn how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, so yeah, that's a thing. So again, my apologies for that crash. Again, it's kind of frustrating to me because I've never had a crash on this game except for the last game, or rather the last video that I uploaded, and then this video that I uploaded. And the only thing I've changed, of course, is playing offline. So again, apologies there. Anyway, we've got about 20 more minutes here for this Let's Play, and I'll continue on, and we'll go from there. Looks like we're in the cave where Elodie asked us to go. So this guy looks pretty beasted out.
You are in the wrong place, Pinky.
Salute and ask his permission to enter the premises.
Military, are you? Be at ease here, and well met. Let me know if you need any armaments. I offer them to a fellow serviceman at a few coins discount.
That's kind of nice. So he's got some warfare bucks, so I'm gonna actually probably steal a couple of those things from him. maybe... And oh, I grabbed these intestines, and it sounds like they're horrible. You can use these to make water balloons. So again, this is... Actually, I'm going to do... Well, before I do that, I'm just check skills. So, Bouncing Shield, I don't need. Crippling Blow, I already have. And Stomp, I know. But the Beast, on the other hand... He needs Battering Ram, that's very important. He's already got Shield. Crippling Blow is also important, and he's already got the other one. Now, the thing about those skills is that... oh, he still gets a better price. That bastard. Crippling Blow, Battering Ram, and Battle Stomp are highly important. Battle Stomp will allow you to, of course, get or knock people down and clear surfaces. So that works in two great ways. Crippling Blow prevents people from moving, so it's a good way for you to lock down a character to prevent them from getting to your back line. And then, of course, that Battering Ram will also do knockdown. So they're all great skills to have in your repertoire, especially if you're running a warfare. Now, he doesn't have slots for this, so I'm actually going to take out Fortify. Here, we'll take out Fortify and add Crippling, make him a little bit more pure of purpose here. And we'll throw that back in next level once we get some memory. Bending Rim is 2-5. And Crippling Blow is 2-3. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm organizing these in order of both AP spent, so you'll see 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 plus source in their each respective sections, as well as their cooldowns. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And it's intentional, obviously. It's just the ones closer to the front are going to be used more often, more than likely, and the ones further back more than likely aren't. So within these first row of 12, you'll see that there are keys assigned to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through the minus and equal sign. So it's going to make it a lot easier for me to easily hotkey. That's all. So that's the rhyme to the reasoning about my organization, in case you're curious. So, alright, so we're going to walk down through here. I think Elodie's over there, so we're going to talk to her really quick. Nothing in there, of course, because why would there be?
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
I'm happy to help.
She bows.
How did she come to Fort Joy?
It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken.
Who's in charge around here?
In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power.
Ask if she knows the way out of the
I hear
fort.
of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than this. Thank you.
Rewards! Oh, look, a water balloon. Wooden figurine, that's used for crafting. Pickaxe, which benefits me nothing. An improvised staff, which I'm not going to use. And some leather armor, which requires some finesse. Out of all these things, I actually think that the leather armor is going to be most useful, because I can pass that on to the beast. So, there we go. Pass this on to Fane, because it creates a surface. Pass this to the beast, and I have soap and water. So let's combine this water mug with this, what was it? We were going to combine it with the intestines to make another water balloon. Bam! And then we're going to combine the... Where was I? Something else. Oh, soap. So if you combine soap with a key... we'll just grab this really quick. Oh. Combined with soap, you will get lockpicks, which aren't quite useful, but they're worth something, right? So, I should check how much soap is worth before I do that again. So, that ring I'm not equipping because we'll be giving that to someone in a bit. You'll notice there's a little section here you can get through. We're not going to clear it yet. There's some pretty dangerous animals there. So, also, we wanted to pick something up before we go there to grab some extra treasure. Let's clear the way, though. I'm going to run back up here. And so, neat little thing. You can have your dwarf run through this small hole. If you don't have a dwarf, you can dig up the area over here, which if I had wits, I could see better. But there it is. And you'll find this hatch that brings you down to this second section. And I need some more wits, because, yeah, what are my skills? Why don't I have... There it is. I feel like I'm missing skills. That's because I am. So I got Encourage and Dome of Protection here, and for some reason I didn't have them equipped. Let's throw them on here really quick. Not sure why they weren't in my bar. So these are buffs. Encourage is quite useful. Yeah, not sure why I just decided not to have them. It's kind of odd. All my other people... Yeah, everybody else is using their source skills and innate abilities. Just me, I guess. Alright, so let's, Peace of Mind goes to Losa. Mage Pants goes to Losa. She doesn't actually have any upgrades yet, so... We're going to trickle it down, basically, in this order on the left here. If I can't wear it, or if it goes to me, then Beast will get the trimmings, because he's got a shield, so he'll be able to defend himself better. Losa, because she'll be frequently the target of attacks, as being a pure caster, will get the magic equipment first, followed by Fane, who will be surrounded by summons and relatively untouchable. So, relatively, I say. So, he can summon help quite easily, so it's not too big of an issue for him. So this guy... Cup of tea. What does tea even do? Effects unknown. Oh, there it is. Maybe they're no longer unknown. Mug of wine. Oh, I can give that to the guy outside, right? The guy who was drowning in his sorrows. Oh, let's give this over to Fane. Really quick there. Oh, let's not forget to equip our characters here. Big boost in armor. Also, I forgot to add his healing and other things. He is missing a bedroll. Very important. We discussed bedrolls before. They're highly important. Oh, sorry for that little bit of housekeeping.
You! Tell me true. Stand you with the Source Hunters, or do you serve the tyrant Brachus Rex?
Yeah. I'm in neither camp, and I will bring him up to speed in the last 1,000 years of history.
1,000 years? Gods, the walls of this pit have leached a whole millennium from me.
It's only 1,000 years.
I haven't seen a living soul in all that time. What a strange...
How is he not insane? Why are you trapped
A
down here?
wicked king, it was. Brachus Rex by name. The Order of the Source Hunters discovered a great horror upon this prison isle, and I was sent to stop it. Yet my failure was absolute. I am not fit to bear the insignia of the Source Hunters any longer.
Oh, come now, you tried.
Please, good sir, you must free me. Prise this spear from my chest, where it has been stuck fast for the last 1,000 years. Seize the spear. End this degradation. I beg you.
Sure. Oh, you know what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to log into Steam. And that shouldn't interrupt this stream, but again, I think that's been causing the crashes, so why not? Give me one sec. And I'm in Steam. So my apologies here if you start seeing notifications. Again, I'm doing it because apparently, I'm going to guess that's why this has been crashing. Looks like you got the spear out.
Good sir. You have set my body free. Free to crumble to dust at last. of my spirit. Blast! I remain trapped in this mouldering skeleton yet.
It can't be so bad. What binds you?
The spell most terrible. I have heard of such magic, but have never known anyone so foul as to employ it. Brachus Rex. May maggots lace his entrails. After he interred me in this cell, he must have drawn my very soul away from me and stored it elsewhere in the fort. Thus he has bound me entirely to the mundane realm.
Sounds like a lich.
But I know this place well. I could lead you to its likely location. In turn, you would find a path straight out of this fort. My freedom for yours. What say you?
Sure.
Marvelous, my friend. Marvelous. You'll first have to get inside the fort itself. There's a secret switch on a statue of the Seven in the courtyard. Surely you know it.
No.
The switch will open a hatch, and you'll be led into the prison's main floor. I suspect that within Brachus's phylactery room, you will find the container which ensnares my soul. He has likely disguised it well, but search there for another hidden switch. Brachus would have made me a supplicant, a
That's
slave
he right
to
there.
these walls.
He would have been made a
your help,
supplicant.
I'll die, at last, with dignity.
So how do you know all
I
this?
was fully briefed about this awful place before I came. My goal was to destroy the fiend who had been marshalling the world's most unwholesome weapons and magic into an army he intended to use against the realm. I
Sounds
never
pleasant.
thought I would become one of his victims, and yet, here I am.
Anything else you can
Fort
tell me?
Joy is a dangerous place, my friend. Dangerous indeed. Brachus used this place to build an arsenal of terrible weaponry as yet unseen in our world. Here, he and his researchers crafted punishments and snares contrary to human dignity. Objects that could contain souls, wands that could purge the very essence from sorcerers. My order would never have used such barbaric magic against our enemies.
Are you sure? No, he seems like a good guy. Just want to turn off invites there in case someone tried to join. I don't know if you saw the notification at the bottom, but... Alright, so... Oh, that spear is probably an upgrade, just for now. It's a finesse weapon, but yeah, notice how it does give a bit of a damage bump. I'm doing 10 to 13 now, and bam, 17 to 19. Well, my accuracy drops like crazy, though. Never mind. That's because this is, yeah, level 3, that's why. Alright, well, we'll hold that for now. Maybe use it later. So, let's talk to these people.
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Your kind I handle, but small ones.
Kids aren't so
Stay
bad.
in this cave a while longer. Provoke Modi, the wild one who runs like his clothes catch fire. I see how you feel then.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't want to talk to him. Got my own kid in real life. He's good times.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly grabs your arm. Her hand is damp. Her face looks pale and grey.
Hey, listen, I don't know why, but I think I need to talk to this elf. You mind?
What's going on?
I can't. I just need to talk to her, okay?
Okay.
She turns towards Sahala.
Careful.
She darts over to the elf without responding. They begin talking in earnest, more quietly than you can overhear. Losa suddenly snatches up both the elf's hands and leans close to her. Her voice rises.
You have to tell me.
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey, then black. The colour runs into her veins, crisscrossing her skin like lightning. She keeps hold of Sahela's hands.
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not let it. You must be strong. Be strong. Fight. Fight.
Is Sahala the same picture as Elodie, but without blindfold?
You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
I'll watch and listen.
Shut up. Let go. Let go. Let go. I don't want to hurt her. Don't make me.
Oh, sounds promising.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding Sahela's hands in tight, painful bunches.
Leave me alone! Leave me! I don't want to!
You are hurting me.
Losa's eyes are black. Sahela's fingers are white under her grasp.
Let me go. Please.
A sinister smile spreads across Losa's lips. She jerks the elf toward her.
Chatty, chatty elf. Chatty elf with all the answers. I wonder what your blood tastes like.
Losa, please.
That doesn't sound like Losa.
You must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
Sure.
I bet the elf blood tastes like honey, like nectar, like joy itself. Let's find out.
You must weaken her to help her.
Weaken her, huh? You mean like this?
She does not mean what she does.
What if he killed Losa?
Almost enough. A few more hits. She comes back to us when she is weaker.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Losa, you're gonna
thanks.
die. Oh, she almost did die. Whoops. Don't hit her too hard. Christ, guys.
What? Don't look at me like that.
I was happy to meet the other half.
That thing has nothing to do with me. It's just a visitor. A fly that won't buzz. I'm glad it didn't freak you out too much, though. I know this kind of stuff can be weird if you aren't used to it.
By limits, but she hasn't crossed them yet. Or no. Find a way to control that thing. Seems unpredictable.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it, okay? Let's keep moving. I want to get out of this bloody place as soon as possible.
You gonna be okay?
I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. I just want to get out of here. Let's go.
Attitude decreased. Dun dun.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns toward you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure.
I've hoped for
Do
more.
you find perhaps you keep going? Perhaps you make friends with what you see. There is a great passion in every grain of sand. Maybe you find your adventure after all.
How does she know about that?
I see it before my eyes.
I've heard such forcing is as much burden as a gift.
It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps.
I'm looking to get out of Fort Joy.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave.
Who's Amaro?
My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out.
I'll help him.
You bring me great peace. Thank you, my friend. I miss him very much. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him.
Okay. Alright, so we're about at time, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for this section of the Let's Play. And it seems like we will be, next time, finding out where this Amiro character is, and hopefully rescuing him and returning him here to this cave. In the process, it sounds like we need to meet up with this lizard, and yeah, we'll go from there. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and cook some food. If you guys... Wait a second, I did that wrong. So this is Eternal Frost signing out of the Divinity Original Sin 2 solo series. Let's play. See you guys next episode.